traders, welcome back to another trade correct pre-session analysis. Good morning, my name is Bianca. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the link, please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. You can turn on your bell so you always be notified whenever we're dropping a new content. So good morning, guys. So I'm going to be taking pre-session analysis on Euro USD. I'm not going to start from the weekly time frame because that was already done on the weekly breakdown and I really want to save time. So I'm just going to focus on the most immediate bias right now in the market for today. So now we have a swing break of structure. This is the daily time frame, and we have a swing break of structure. We can clearly see that our swing structure, we had this, our swing structure is bullish, but currently price is pulling back, internal structure is pulling back. We know after a break of structure we can expect a pullback, and right now we are getting that pullback. So on the daily time frame, in as much as our swing structure is bullish, we are getting a pullback right now to this demand. Now this demand here I had it on yesterday, but it has been violated. Price has traded through it clearly and it has been taken out of the way. So now I have this demand. This demand has sort of been mitigated. I can clearly see that, but I'll just still leave it on. Like me personally, I'll still leave it on because the way I map my swing, my demand and supply ranges is that I use the last sell to buy or the last buy to sell. And if you look at this properly, the last sell to buy has not been properly tapped. So I might just leave it in case there's still some orders that can cause an upward movement, and I want to take the opportunity of that. But so for right now, the most immediate bias is price is selling, price is pulling back to demand. You can see it right here. I'm going to put on my I think I should change the color of this so you guys can see it. You can see here that price is selling, price is just going down, and I don't know why that stopped working, but price is, internal structure is bearish. Let me change the color of this so for better view. Internal structure is bearish, so I don't know why this did not change. Internal structure is bearish, as I was saying. So we can see price is currently bearish. So as I wrote here, swing structure is bullish, internal structure is bearish to facilitate the swing pullback. So the only reason why internal structure is bearish as at this moment is to facilitate the swing pullback, and we can try to get into sell opportunities and target this week lows. But ultimately right now, since we are in the discounted prices already and we have already tapped into the zone, I think that it's best for you to first of all wait for market confirmation to the upside before taking a buy. At least let them be a change of character or something before you jump in and take buys. But ultimately I don't see any problem with selling right now because internal structure, which is the most immediate bias, is still bearish. So if you find a sell opportunity, you can take it. I will take it if I find a sell opportunity. So going to the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart we can clearly see that this is the most recent swing for me. You might have mapped yours differently and that's fine, but this is the most recent swing for me and I just want to focus here. We can clearly see market has been trading to the downside in the past. Right now it just broke this low, so this is my most recent swing high and it's a strong swing high because it sponsored the break to the downside. I've marked out my POIs. I have 3 POIs. The reason I marked out this one was because this sort of like flipped something in this week. You can see that when it came down here, it had that reaction, then it caused the break, and ultimately it was the last bullish range. You can take, say this is the range before the sell. Yeah, when price is coming back here, before I would ever want to sell on this POI, that's if price should pull back here, I will wait for an inducement, because I'm very aware that there is no inducement in the leg. So I will need to see inducement built up, then taken, before I would take, a sell from here. I would prefer to sell from this zone, but sometimes market is not always going to pull back to where you want it to be. I would prefer to sell from here or here ultimately, because one, I prefer to sell from this zone because this flips this range. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to draw it out so that you guys can follow. It sort of like flipped. Yeah, it sort of like flipped this range. If you looked properly, it swept some sort of minor liquidity here. I didn't draw that out because it was so tiny for me. I just noted it, but let me draw it out. If you know how to map fractal structure, you know what I'm talking about, and you'll be able to see the liquidity I'm talking about. Just the minor high there. Yeah, the high did not achieve anything, but it's there. So, and then it has this as an inducement to it. So this is not a bad place to buy from. Plus it is well priced, right? It is well priced. It is well above the premium zone of this entire move. Let me mark this out. So if you were to draw the fib like this, you can see that the second zone, that's this zone, is well priced. So it's not a bad place to buy from. This would actually be so lovely. This also swept liquidity. It has this fair value gap. I don't really use fair value gaps, to be honest. And then when this is coming back here, to be very honest, I'm going to still wait for an inducement to build up here to take this. Although some people might use this as an inducement for this leg. I mean, if it depends on your trade plan, but for me, I'll still wait for pullback inducement, because I'm saying that this zone caused this break of character, and this caused this change of character, and then this whole leg there is no sort of inducement. This is not on this leg for me, but you can, you can wait, you can use this, and that's great, or you can wait for a pullback inducement. Which is what I'll be waiting for. So yeah, if you're gonna do that, that's great. So my 4R and my H1 have the same swing range, so I will not have to necessarily go through the same thing I just said, because it's practically the same swing range for me. This was exactly my 4R swing range, and that's what I have on my H1. That's the way I marked out my chart. So yeah, it is exactly the same, and I don't want to go over what I just said. Before I take a sell, at least before I change my bias to buy, at least I will wait for this high to go or something. Right now it looks like price is trying to pull back, maybe to take out this internal structure, to take out this high here, which will be the change of character. Yeah, you can get in and take buys, but you just have to manage your expectation, and just buy it at least this supply range. So this is the supply range. Order flow is bearish, so my pink box here just shows me supply range, and this is the pivot supply. So I would wait. If I get a change of character, I get a pullback to any zone that causes this change of character. This is the level that I'm seeing right now for my change of character, and if this happens, I can take a buy from somewhere around here to maybe this supply range. I'll just be quick because I know it's counter trend, and you can do that if you want to. So yeah, not to confuse anybody, but all these boxes are just order flow. They help me right now. The order flow was bearish, this was bearish, then turned bullish, then this is bearish, this is bearish, this is bearish again. So right now order flow is still what? Bearish. So even if you can get buy opportunities, the key is just to manage your expectations. So I urge you guys to look out for this level. If this level is broken, yeah, this will signal a change of character, and after this change of character you can get a demand zone. This is highly aggressive, so if you are a newbie trader, I will not necessarily advise you to do this. But if you really understand market structure and you understand the concept of order flow and you know what you are doing and it fits your trade plan, after this break you can look for the demand zone that sponsored break, and then you can take a buy with your entry model if they play out. So we've come to the end of this video. My entry time frame will be 15 minutes. I would have gone down there, but I can't necessarily see anything right now, so it still remains the same thing I'm saying. I'm not going to go to my entry time frame till I see a break here, and then I can mark out a zone, and then price comes back to the zone for me. Then I would go down to my M15 to see if my entry model plays out, and then I can take a buy. That's if that happens. But if that doesn't happen, I just wait for the next thing price does, and I'll follow structure or follow order flow and do what is necessary of me. So we've come to the end of this pre-session analysis video for today. So please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your I think it's called bell, so you can your notification button, so you can know when we post another video and you can be updated. Thank you so much.